it is sex linked. If it is not saying that sex linked, please don't use X and Y. So we're going to look at these questions. We have different kinds of questions we're going to look at, so that at least you don't suffer with this. Kundai is saying that I received a distinction. Thank you very much for receiving a distinction, and I know that at the end of the year you will receive distinctions. I always say that distinction times 2. All right, the first question is saying that these are national examination questions, like obtained from the past papers. Please always and always use these past papers so that they can guide you. All right, the first question is saying that moya is a disorder caused by a dominant allele. Moya is a disorder caused by a dominant allele, capital R. You see, the question is stating it that it is caused by a dominant allele. This disorder damages the arteries supplying the blood to the brain. Okay. So that is what is important here in this statement. We don't want to know supplying the blood. We don't want to know the condition. What is important is caused by a dominant allele. This is a key point. As I say that it can be caused by a recessive allele. It can be caused by a dominant allele. It can be sex linked, or it can be a non-sex linked, meaning that it is an autosomal character. So please take note of that. So in this case, first of all, it is caused by a dominant allele, and they are saying that they are not specifying anything here. They are not saying anything here that it is caused by sex linked. However much I've talked about male or female, I should not use X and Y. So let's go. The first question is saying that how many generations are represented in the diagram? When you talk about generations here, you only have to look at this is the first generation, this is the second generation, this is the third generation. So in other words, there are 3 generations which are indicated in this diagram. So the answer here should be 3. And then they're saying that give the letter, sometimes letters of an affected male. Now, sometimes we give you a key, which means you have to take note of it and then know that whether it is caused by a dominant, caused by a dominant allele, recessive allele, but we don't give you a key to show that this is a male is affected, this is a female is not affected. So we just give you the question. So please take note of that. So in this case, they gave you a key. So the one who is shaded is affected with the disorder. The one who is not shaded is not affected. So it means that you have to take note of that. So in this case, we are saying that affected male, a box. We say that a box means a male, and then a circle means a female. So if they're saying that an affected male, so here they're saying a box which is not shaded is unaffected. So they're saying that, so I come here and I find out it's only one person who is unaffected. So the answer is saying is supposed to be H. I think that's why it is also 1 mark. Then they are saying that genotype of individual A. Where is genotype of individual A? So because this is someone who is affected, yes, and this is not, they have not said that this is a sex linked. And then number 2, they produced a kid who is a female, and this kid is not affected. So what does it mean? It means that if this kid is not affected, it means that this person is recessive, small r. And then this one is not affected because this is caused by a dominant allele. So it can either be capital R, small r, or capital R, this individual A. So, but because this is small r, yes, and then they produce a kid who is small r, yes, it means that one allele came from the mother. Obvious, mother is like that, as we have seen it here, and one allele came from the father. Therefore, the father can't be this. So the father is like that, meaning that one allele came from the father, one allele came from the mother, and they gave rise to this kid. Hence, A is of this genotype. So it is A is heterozygous. I think I'm clear there. Yes. Then the next question, they are saying that genotype. Genotype of A, we are done with that. It is capital R, small r. Give the letter or letters. Can you please start? I just logged. I just logged in. Yes, we are going on. We are going on. Yes. So if you have just missed it out, yeah, don't forget that we have a lot of questions down there. So try to keep up, and then you'll get there. So we are saying that give the letters of what? Of let me check here. Someone is disturbing me. All right. Give the letters of individual who is not biological uh, uh, kids for A and B. Where is A and B? A and B. A and B. So in this case, this line means they gave rise to these two kids. This person C, and this person F. It shows that they just got married. You see, they just got married. So F and C are not biological children for this. So it means that the answer here is going to be F, yes, this F and C, because this, if this line was like this, then they would have been this the kids of these parents. But because this line is not like that, it means that, what does it mean? It means that they just got married. So this is not a biological child for these two, and also this is not a biological child for these two. So I think I'm clear there. Then they're saying that, uh, sorry, they're saying that brown enamel, this is another question. It's another question. Brown enamel of teeth is sex. Now here, this question, they have specified that this is a sex-linked. So in the question, if they don't specify that this is a sex-linked disorder, please do not talk about X and Y. However, you see now here, we have not talked about X and Y. So please find out whether it is caused by recessive allele, dominant allele, sex-linked, autosomes, meaning that non-sex-linked. So they are saying that brown enamel of the teeth is sex-linked trait. A dominant allele on X chromosome causes brown teeth in human. So it means that if you have brown teeth, yeah, you know what is happening. It means that you, even if you go teeth whitening, it is brown teeth. Anyway, that's genetics. Let me know which kind of you have. Anyway, brown teeth, we are saying that is caused by a dominant allele, but they have not given us any allele we are supposed to use so far. Explain why more males than females have white teeth. Remember, brown teeth is caused by a dominant allele. You see, it means that if I'm going to use B for brown, yes, and then small b for white, because it is caused by a dominant allele, and then it is caused by it's a sex-linked trait. It means that females, either female is gonna be like this, yes, or it's gonna be like this. So that is a female who is brown teeth, while a male is gonna be capital B only. Then still the female can be this white teeth, while male is gonna be that. It means that males have two options, while female have three options. So, and even if a recessive allele appears on X chromosome of the female, it can be masked by a dominant allele. So it means that this individual is still able to live without that, without the brown teeth. So what can you say? How are you going to answer this? Basically, you know that we say that males have one X chromosome. Yes. Look at this general description. Males have one X chromosome. Yes, you see, one X chromosome. If a recessive allele appears on that X chromosome, the individual is having the condition. While the females have two X, you see. If a recessive allele appears on X, on one X, it can be masked by a dominant allele. The individual is still brown, not what? White. So for the lady to be white teeth or that sex-linked disorder must have two recessive allele, but males only have one recessive allele. So it is very common in males. So based on this question, how can you answer this question? You can say that males only have one X chromosome. That is a tick. Males have only one X chromosome. It's a tick. Or males have Y chromosome, meaning that they don't have X chromosome. Yes. And then what do? They have to inherit one recessive allele for them to be white. You see, they only have to be with one recessive allele for them to be white. But remember, the females have to be with the two. If they have one, they can be masked by dominant allele, and then the individual is what? The individual is brown. So males have one X chromosome. If a recessive allele is inherited, yes, the individual will have white teeth. You see? While females have two X chromosomes. Look, they have two X chromosomes. Yes? They have to be with the two recessive alleles for them to be white. Can I repeat? Males have one X chromosome. If a recessive allele is inherited, yes, the individual is white teeth. While females have two X chromosome, if a recessive allele is inherited, it is masked by a dominant allele on the other, meaning that they have to inherit two recessive alleles for them to be white. Yeah, please take note of that. We can bring it in different versions. Please don't go off. We can bring it for hemophilia. We can bring it for color blindness. So we can bring it in different versions. Yes. So that is the explanation for those marks, form marks. Then they are saying that a man with brown teeth marries a lady with white teeth. Which kind of teeth do you want? You want brown teeth or you want white teeth? Eh? You want white teeth or brown teeth? Okay. Use the genetic cross to show the possible genotypic ratio of their children. All right. What do you do here? Please do not forget that this is a genetic cross. You have to follow all the procedures. You have to all the steps because we mark by steps. You start with P1. P1 means parent 1. Parent 1, you have to tell us the phenotype of the parent, of which this phenotype is always given in the question. A man who is brown teeth. So you can say brown teeth guy is crossed with marrying a woman who is white teeth. Then they are saying that white teeth lady. Ne? Yes. They're saying that what happens? Use a genetic cross, use XB. So we go to phenotype, sorry, the genotype, the description of an organism in terms of genes. That's the genotype. The description of an organism in terms of what you see, the physical appearance of an individual is what you call the phenotype. So the problem is not phenotype. The problem is not crossing. The problem is the genotype. Because if you fail the genotype, you are most likely to lose the 3 marks. You can get 3 marks even if you don't know the genetic cross. As I told you that this is obtained from the question, check. You just copy here, paste. You get a full mark there. Then, because it is a man, I'm going to use X and Y. And because this is a female, is X, and please, we only use this X and Y because they said it is sex linked. If they have not said it, I repeat it because students make mistake. And when you're marking, you feel like crying and you have no choice. The only choice which is there is to cross. Yes. So X, but they said brown teeth, and brown teeth is caused by dominant allele. So remember, they have only one option. Then they are saying, yes, white teeth. Remember, white teeth is can only be like this. So small b, small b. Now we give you another tick. Now don't forget this. You go to meiosis. Meiosis, what does it do? It splits these two and then splits that one also. So I always tell you that please don't leave them naked because they are not at the beach. It's only beach where they are people who are naked. Yes. And someone said that people at the beach are not the naked. Okay, walk the way you walk at the beach on the street and then we see if you are not naked. Okay. Let's continue. Then they're saying that after that you have to do what you call fertilization. Fertilization. So fertilization here, you can use a Punnett square or you can cross. Let me just use a cross. The next time I will use a Punnett square. That it means that B, capital B, small b. This with this, capital B, yes, small b. Then this with this, xy and small b. Then this with that. Then we're going to have small b and y. And then these are called offsprings or the babies. And then this is F1. So when you're marking, how do we mark? We come here, we do this. We give you a tick. P1, F1, we give you a tick for that. You saying meiosis and fertilization, we give you a tick. Something I forgot. What is it? I forgot to say these are gametes. Please don't forget these steps. Please don't forget these steps. Because if you see now, you have 1 mark from the question, 2 marks me saying meiosis and fertilization, 3 marks you saying F1, P1. Even if you don't know the genetic cross, still you can get the mark. Think I'm clear? Yes. Let's continue. Let's continue. And then we say that, what was the question saying? Use the intercross to show the possible genotypic ratio. They want the genotypic ratio of their children. Now, I need to find out the genotype of this, the phenotype. They said genotypic, is phenotypic. I need to find out the phenotype of these individuals. So phenotype. Then I come here, say this is a female who is normal. Female. You can't say female carrier. No. Why don't we say female carrier? Because we don't show. We can't see whether the person is a carrier or not. So it's gonna be two female. Female. Yes, normal. Not normal. They specify that brown teeth. Brown teeth. Yes, brown teeth. Yeah, brown teeth. And then two male white teeth. Two male white teeth. Yes. So if I've got those two, what does it mean? They want a genotypic ratio 2 to 2. But if you leave it like that, we cross. You have to simplify it. Divide by 2, divide by 2, say 1 to 1. So that is the correct answer. Here we give you a tick. Yeah, I think I'm clear there. The question is, if you have any challenge with it, please let me know. Let me know. See if you have any challenge with this question. If you don't have any challenge, then we continue to the next question, because basically we're supposed to look at even a dihybrid cross. Supposed to look at the dihybrid cross. Okay, let's continue. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment. I'll try to answer it immediately. Bene. Kajibene United FC. I think now we are together. Yes. Let's go to the next. Yeah, it is a pedigree. Sorry, it's not a pedigree. It's a dihybrid cross. So this today's lesson is a mixture of a dihybrid and a pedigree. I also included one question for blood group. Yes. So within 1 hour, the class will be done. So please take your time and then we try to discuss this question. These questions you'll be able to understand. All right. Humans. In humans, okay, short fingers, capital F, and then widow's peak, capital H, are dominant over fingers, long fingers, and continuous hairline. A man and a woman both are heterozygous. They are heterozygous. The two characteristics, they plan on having a child. They're just planning to have a child. Okay, sharp. Let's go. I don't know whether you see it clearly. Yes, they are planning to have a child. Members, let me know if you can see clearly what I'm trying to write here, or the resolution is not that good. Let me know, yeah, so that you don't miss out. Okay, they're saying that state the genotype of Z. Here, the way how we teach dihybrid cross is not the same way how we ask questions concerning about dihybrid. We don't ask you to explain everything in the dihybrid. No, we only ask you few questions on the dihybrid. So Please take note of that, that we don't ask you everything on the dihybrid. Okay, now the question is saying that they are saying that set Z is this with this. So basically, I'm gonna just draw a line. This, you write what's there, and also is this line what's there. So it means that I'm gonna say small f, and then capital H, small h. Yeah. Why didn't I start with the capital H? Because these are two different alleles. Yeah, these alleles, one allele does not interfere the existence of another allele because these are different genes. Yes, Mendel's law of segregation. Mendel's law of, yes, independent assortment, not segregation. Mendel's law of independent assortment. The one allele of one gene does not influence the other allele, meaning that if you have big heads, a big head, that is not connected for you. Why do you have small eyes? So the allele, a gene for the big head, does not influence small eyes or the type of eyes you are having. So they are totally different. That's why I didn't start. But if it is the same allele, H and H, then automatically I cannot say H, capital H. No, I have to start with the capital letter. Yes. Okay, now let's go to our question. The question is saying that give the genotype of parents. How do I identify the genotype? This is a very challenging question to kids. But let me just show you how you can get the genotype of the parent, because they didn't give you anything here. But look at the gametes. Pick a letter which is not repeated, then write it down. The first one is capital F. Capital F. Make sure that you don't repeat the letter before, because there's supposed to be two alleles for each character. But first write the letters which are not. Don't repeat the letter before you complete. It's capital H. Capital H, we have talked about. Capital F. Capital F. Small f. So I add the small f. But here is small f again. So I've already written it. Then I go to H. Capital H. Capital H. I've talked about the capital H. Small h. So I've got the genotype because they are supposed to be 4. And then when I come here, is still capital H, capital F. Yes, then small f. And then capital H, and then yes, small h. So yeah. So it means that both of them, they have the same kind of what? They have the same kind of allele. They are heterozygous for their conditions. So all of them, they have the same kind of what? Condition. Then they are saying that number of genotypes that could result in order in offsprings with short fingers and continuous hairline. Yes, number. Number. So in this case, we are going to say number of genotype that would result in offsprings with short. Let me underline this. They're saying short, but short, what did they say? Is short is the capital F, is dominant. So I'm gonna look for anywhere I have capital F. Yes, and then they're saying that fingers, continuous hairline. Continuous hairline, we say that is recessive, meaning that if it's recessive, small h. But it cannot be recessive, cannot show in the genotype unless these two are being shown. They are showing. So how does it show? It's supposed to show by being recessive. So because if I have capital H and then small h, then automatically this individual is not going to be continuous. It's gonna be this Windows what peak. So automatically it's supposed to be small letters, small letters. So I'm going to look for where there is a small letter, and also I'm going to look for where is the what? I'm going to look for where is a capital H. So once I get that, then automatically I'll be able to identify how many individuals are there. So I'm gonna say capital F, small h. This is the first one, the first individual. This is the second individual. Is there anyone else? Yeah, the third individual. Is there anyone else? No. So there are three. So the answer is going to be three individuals. Then they're saying that allele for continuous allele is, remember, it's caused by recessive allele. So they're not saying alleles, saying allele. They're not saying genotype, because if you say this is the genotype. They're saying allele. Remember, it's caused by recessive allele. You see, this is caused by dominant allele, meaning that these are recessive alleles. So please do not write 2. It's supposed to be 1, because even they're here, they're saying allele. Phenotype of a child who is homozygous recessive for, they're saying phenotype of a child who is homozygous recessive for both characteristics. Is here long finger, and continuous hairline. So that is it. So this is a dihybrid cross. So if they ask you which type of cross is this, is a dihybrid cross. So there is another question here. This question is about pedigree again. But this pedigree, what are they saying? One type of defect in human is carried on single allele. Okay. The diagram shows the inheritance of deafness in family. So they are not specific, that they are not saying that this is offspring is determined by the sex. How is the gender? How is this gender? How use the genetic codes to show how gender in human offspring is determined by sex chromosome of the parent. Yeah. So we are saying that sex determination is caused by the 23rd pair. So we have chromosome number 1 to chromosome number 23, and these are pairs, meaning that they are equal to 46 chromosomes. But from chromosome number 1, yes, to chromosome number 22, we call them orosomes. From chromosome number 23, or the 23rd pair, we call it sex chromosome or gonozome. So when you're describing sex or sex determination, you're supposed to explain based on the 23rd pair of chromosome. So we can say, when they say show using a genetic cross, you're supposed to do all the procedure as I've been explaining to you. That is P1, F1. So if you are not going to forget, it's fine. You can leave the F1 for now until you reach the end. So now it's gonna be P1, which is phenotype. So what are you going to say here on the phenotype? You're going to say male, then crossing with female. You see? Yes. And then they're saying that genotype. Genotype, you come here, you tell us that this is X, this is Y. Remember, males have have one X chromosome, and then they have one Y chromosome. So, and then this one is going to be XY. So, now what happens is meiosis. Meiosis is going to be X, Y, it's going to be X, X, and these are gametes. Gametes. So we circle them. Even if you don't circle them, still you get a tick. But when you circle them, it brings about that identity or separation. And then now fertilization occurs. This is X, X. This is X, X. This is X, Y, and then also this is X, Y. So basically that is it. And then now what happens? What happens is this is fertilization, and then these are offsprings. But don't forget that this is F1 offspring. So basically use gender. So it means that you have these are females, and then these are males, meaning that you have 50% chance of producing females and 50% chance of producing males. What is the question? Is genetic process to show the gender in humans and is determined by sex chromosome of the parents. So in this case, that's what they want. If you check our booklet, the distinction material, and you go to genetics, you'll find out that this book is showing you exactly what I've talked about. This is it. 22 chromosomes are called autosomes, and one pair is called sex chromosome. Males have XY, and female have. This is a description, yes, but what they want is this. If they say describe how sex is determined or done, then you can talk about this. But if they are not talking about that, then automatically you have to use because they said using the genetic cross. So basically they want this, they don't want the writing. Yes, let's go to the next question. Robin saying hi. Okay, yes, hi. All right. They're saying that the next question is what's the next question? The next question is also about a dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. What does it mean? What does it mean? Dihybrid cross. I hope you are seeing clearly. There is variation in characteristics, yes, of fur color and texture in the cat. All right, I'm seeing. And then they are saying that the table below shows the allele that control these two characteristics. Ne? These two characteristics. All right. What is next? They're saying that you have these characteristics. The Punnett square below shows the inheritance of alleles in the genetic cross. All right, here is the Punnett square. Name the dominant allele for fur color. Here you come where you see capital letter, it means the dominant allele. So this is B. So the answer here is going to be black. This is black. And then the recessive phenotype for fur texture. Recessive is gonna be smooth. Smooth. So you see how dihybrid is being set. It's not it's not a complicated thing. It's just a normal thing. It's just for you to see that you can answer this. You can answer this. Okay. So they are saying that uh, uh, so we are saying that give the genotype of offspring X. X genotype. They are saying genotype. So if you are saying genotype, then it means that you're going to come here and here. So it's gonna be small b, capital R, capital R. So that is the genotype for that individual. Yes. Then they are saying that uh, the genotype, the phenotype of female parent is female parent, this male and this female. They're saying the phenotype is capital B, capital R. Capital B is black, and the small r, small b is white, and capital R is rough. So it's gonna be white and rough. White genotype of the parent. The genotype of the is gonna be white and rough. But I have skipped this. The genotype of X, yes, we have talked about it. So that is the answer for that. The genotype of parent male. Now you come here, male. They want the genotype. So how do I identify the genotype? Uh, how do I identify the genotype of this parent male? So I can only do the genotype of this parent male when sorry. I can only, as I taught you that what you do is you come here, say capital B, yes, you don't repeat it, né? Yes, you don't repeat it, capital B, small b, yes, and then you go capital R, capital B, yes, you don't repeat capital B, but you have a small b here, put a small b. Then you capital R, you look for, you have a small r, so small r. So that is going to be the genotype of that individual. Yes. Then they are saying that what is the genotype of the parent male. So you are done with that. State all the possible genotypes. The possible genotypes of what? State all the possible genotypes of offsprings of this genetic cross. All possible. State the phenotype of all offsprings of this genetic cross have in common. They're not just saying offsprings, they're saying what they have in common. Okay, come here and see. This is it. Okay, capital B. Have a capital B. This one has no capital B. You see? Yeah. This one has no. So it can't be capital B. Capital R. This one has a capital R. And then also this one has a capital R. So basically, state the physical, the phenotype of that all the offsprings of this genetic cross have in common. So definitely here I'm gonna say capital R, because we say that all of them they have capital R. It has capital R, it has capital R, capital R. I come back here and I ask myself, what is capital R? Capital R is a rough. So basically, what they have in common is rough. Yes, that is what you can do. That is the dihybrid cross. So we have seen questions of dihybrid cross. We have seen questions of sex determination. We have seen questions of pedigree when the question is just orosomes, is autosomal. And then we have seen questions still of dihybrid, different example. We have seen questions of dihybrid, but now not dihybrid, sex-linked still questions. We have seen questions of still this one is dominant allele. Remember, I've been talking about the dominant allele, recessive allele. So all this we have seen them. I'm going to link this uh, description, this PDF into the link in the description below. So if you want to use it maybe afterwards, still is fine. You will use it, but I'm gonna link it in the description one below. Just you have to download it, and then now you can use it. Okay, let's go to the last questions. I have this question, and then I have another question and another question. So yeah, basically I have 1, 2, 3 questions to smash. Okay, let's smash these questions together. All right. They're saying that this question is now pedigree, but now this pedigree is sex linked. Is sex linked. You remember the question we saw? It was not pedigree, but it was sex linked. But now this one is pedigree and is sex linked. So we are bringing sex linked character in the pedigree. Uh-huh. This syndrome, however, I don't know how you're gonna, whether it's hotty or gotty or whatever you read it, because it's an scientific term, but I know that many students read it as hot. Okay, is sex-linked genetic disorder. It is caused by a dominant allele. You see, it's caused by a dominant allele on X chromosome. This shows that this is a sex. I told you that you cannot use X and Y unless it's mentioned in the question. Yes. Or they're going to ask you, is it sex linked or non-sex linked? The diagram below shows the inheritance of this syndrome in the family. Okay, name the type of uh, diagram represented above. We have been talking about it. Is a pedigree. Is a pedigree. Pedigree diagram. This is RNA. How many female are in this family? How many female are in this family? Remember, circle means a female. Yes, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3. What about this? This one is not a member. It just came to get married. Get married. Ne? But they're saying how many female? Okay, it's 1, it's 2. Since now they are going down, they're saying females, not kids. Yeah. Okay. It's 1, it's 2, it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, it's 6. Yeah. Yeah. They're not saying kids. They're saying uh, all the females. So there are 6 females. Males in F1 generation. F1 generation. They're saying F1 generation. How many males in the first generation? So remember, you have first generation, second generation, then third generation. So how many generations are these? There are 3. So they're saying how many males in the generation? So it's only 1, the father. Yes. Then they're saying that the next question, they are saying that uh, give Gabby's genotype. Who is Gabby? Ne? Who is Gabby? Gabby's genotype. Where is Gabby now? Oh, Gabby. Is it caused by dominant allele? Yes, it's caused by a dominant allele. So if it is caused by a dominant allele, so what does it mean? It means that when you are writing it, yes, you're supposed to 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 shaded means affected with age, because whoever is where is Gabby? Yes, this person is affected with this disorder and is caused by the. So it means that you have two options. Either you have Gabby is a female, so it can be capital G, small g, or it can be capital G, capital G, capital G. Yes. So, but the question is saying they give Gabby's genotype. So, which of the two is correct? Now you look at the babies. Is there any baby who is normal without the condition? Yes. Is this. And remember, this is the recessive allele. So it means that this is a male with small g, capital Y. And this is a female, small b, small g, small g. So it means that if this individual, this individual, if this individual is this one, if this one is a female, small g, ne? And then this one is a male, small g, and then y. So the father is already the father. This one, yes, the father is already having small g, capital Y. Automatically, how did this individual and this individual get this recessive allele if the mother is like this? Therefore, automatically the mother can't be this, so the mother is that, like that. So it means that this Gabby is so the answer is gonna be X capital G, X small g, so that it shows that the individual is affected because of this capital G, but has a recessive allele which is being transferred to the offsprings, so that the offsprings are free from the condition. And then they're saying that we are done with that. They're saying that Anju and Pilusa have 4 children. Give the phenotype of their sons. They want to know the phenotype of their sons, Anju and Pelusa, because they're saying sons. Okay. The sons. Okay. So now look. Pelusa is a male. Yes. Pelusa is a male. And this Pelusa is what? Is affected. So meaning that is having a capital G and a capital Y. But Anju is a female. Anju is what? Anju is a female, of which is caused by a recessive allele. You see, this is Anju. No. This is Pelusa. Pelusa. And then Anju is a female, meaning that it has no effect. And remember, it is recessive. So if they are looking for the sons, so how are these sons going to be? Automatically the son is going to have this. You know why? It's because the father will always give the come from there, will always give the Y to the son, and then the X is always coming from the mother. So the disease or whatever recessive conditions in males, if it is sex linked, is caused by the female. Why? Because the father is always giving the Y chromosome. So this came from the mother. And then since this is recessive, so the person is unaffected. So the description here, you're gonna say that, and for children, give the phenotype of their. So the answer is gonna be unaffected male, or unaffected, or these guys without Hortis syndrome. Yes. Explain your answer. So it's the same thing. This question is similar to the question we tried to attempt before. Explain your answer. Why are you saying that they're going to be like this? They're going to be unaffected. So you can say that Pilusa is affected. Yes, you see that Pilusa, we have seen it that Pilusa is affected. Yes, is a dominant allele. Yes. Well, Angie is unaffected. You can say unaffected, or you can write this. Yes. Males inherit the Y chromosome, as I've talked about, that males inherit the Y chromosome uh, uh, from Pelusa. You see, these boys, the sons, they inherit the Y chromosome from Pelusa, and then they inherited this X with the recessive allele from Anju, and this Anju is already affected. Hence, the individual is going to be like that. So, how how do I get the 4 marks? 4 marks by telling us what's happening to Pelusa and what's happening to Anju. Pelusa is affected, a tick, while Anju is unaffected. Yes. So the boys or the males will inherit the Y chromosome from the father. Give you another tick, yes, and then they will inherit the X with the recessive allele from the mother. That's all. Yes. You see, genetics is simple, but if you are not keen, it might crush you down. So you must always think before you try to answer questions concerning about this genetics. Please don't just rush and then you answer these questions. No, the questions you have to read them. You read them. You read them. You read them. You read them. Once you read them several times, you will be able to get the marks concerning about this genetics. Yeah. Let me know if I should organize more classes like this concerning about genetics, so that at least when you go to the papers, you are able to answer this question. Yeah. Okay. The next question is about the blood group. Yeah. The reason why I put this question is because people have challenges with blood group. Yes. Okay, a man with blood group AB, and then a lady who is heterozygous for blood group B plan to have children. Yes, they plan to have children. How many alleles control blood groups? You see this booklet for the distinction material. I've already addressed these questions several times. Ne? Different blood groups result in multiple alleles. Blood group, there are 3 alleles, alternative form of a gene. Yeah? Yes, 3 alleles, meaning that occupying the same locus. However, only 2 alleles can be presented into a single organism. See, so the question, how many alleles? There are 3. Allele for A, allele for B, allele for O. So these are the 3 alleles. So there are 3 alleles. There are 3 alleles. I always tell students that before you go to the paper, you must answer these questions, because at least one question will come. How many for blood group, if the blood group comes? How many alleles? How many alleles? Yes, we said there are 3. That is allele for A, allele for B, and then allele for O. Please don't modify these alleles. When you say allele O and you put like this, we're gonna cross it. Please don't modify it, and don't say allele for A. We will cross it. This is a Roman figure. This is not I. It's a Roman figure. Allele for B, you write like this. We cross. So make sure that you write capital I and then you say A. You write capital I, you say B. You write small I or small I like that. Please don't modify them. Yes, because if you modify them, you will get 0. You will get what? You will get 0. Then we are saying that they're saying how many alleles. We are done with those alleles. Saying that describe how many. Okay, describe the blood dominance that occurs in inheritance of blood group B. Blood dominance, we have 3 types of dominance. We have complete dominance, codominance, and then incomplete. Incomplete, it means that, let me just show you with a booklet so that we don't waste too much time. Incomplete, look, this is, the moment you see a small error, it means that that is the complete dominance. One allele is completely dominant over the other. Then we have what you call codominance, which is A and B. Both alleles are shown. And then you have the recessive. Yes. So when you talk about the 3 types of dominancy, this booklet addressed it very well. There are 3: complete dominancy, yes, incomplete dominancy, and codominance. Complete dominancy, one allele is completely dominant over the other, meaning that you have a capital error and a small error somewhere. Incomplete, both errors are dominant, are capital errors, but the difference, even codominance, both errors are dominant, but the only difference which is there is that in incomplete dominance, one allele, sorry, here you produce an intermediate. For example, if you for example, here this is complete. You see, at least you have one allele which is recessive. Incomplete, when you combine the two, yes, like here, when you combine the two, you produce an intermediate. You see, an intermediate color, white and red. You produce an intermediate color which is pink. While in codominance, instead the cross is the same, but here you produce a mixture of the two individuals originally. So now when we come back here to the blood group, they're saying blood group B. What do we say? So it's gonna be blood group A, sorry, blood group B. Yes, remember blood group E can be homozygous dominant, or it can be heterozygous. So because of this small error here, this small error, it shows that that is a complete dominancy for blood group B, but blood group AB is codominance. You see? Yes. So here it is incomplete, so is complete dominance. This allele for B is completely dominant over allele for I. Hence, blood group B, the type of inheritance which occurs there, the type of dominance which is occurring there is complete dominancy. Complete dominancy. Yes, use the genetic cross to show the possible genotypes and phenotypes of their children. Hey, from where? A man who is blood group A. So you see, you're going for the same procedure, and I've showed you how to mark this. You come here and say P1. P1 means parent 1, phenotype, and then you tell us. I told you that you always get this from the question. Is the same man who is blood group AB. So I come here and say blood group AB. Blood group, yeah, you write it. Blood group AB, and then crossing with the blood group B. Blood group B. Yes, blood group B. Yes. Then genotype. AB is obvious. There is no issue with that. So you're saying that blood group AB is A, then B. crossing with, here is the issue, is it homozygous or heterozygous? They have to give you a clue which shows that it is homozygous or heterozygous. We go back to the question. Lady who is heterozygous, you see, they said it, they gave a clue that is heterozygous. So I'm gonna come here and I say B, small letter, and then I'm gonna say meiosis. Meiosis is gonna occur, and then I'm gonna have A, and then I'm gonna have B. Please leave space here, and then here also it's gonna be B, and then small letter. And then I always tell you that circle them so that you don't get marada anywhere. So you're saying that this is gametes. So after that, you tell us you go to uh, crossing. Yes, you can use a Punnett square or you can cross direct. A, and then this is B, and then this with this is gonna be A, I, and then this with this is gonna be B, B, and then this with this is gonna be B, I. So how do you call this? We call this is fertilization. And then how do you call this? We call this offsprings. And then how do you call this? This is F1 generation. So we will come and then start marking. I told you P1, F1, we give you a tick. That's Mahala question. Mahala mark. This is also another Mahala mark. This is also another Mahala mark. So out of 6, at least you have 3 marks Mahala. Mahala, Mahala, Mahala. So you see, you can't go with once they bring a genetic cross, any genetic cross, you have 3 marks, mahala. Then they give you a tick there, they give you a tick there, they give you a tick there. What is the question? Yeah, genetic cross show the phenotype and genotype of their children. So the phenotype, this is the blood group. You have phenotype, blood group AB. You have AB. Yes, you have A. You have B, and you have, this is AB, this is A, and then you have 2B, 2B, 1AB, 1A, and then 2B. So, and then the genotype are these ones. You can write them again. So that's how we answer questions concerning about blood group. How many? Let me know. These are the questions. Let me know in the comment below. Now, people who are on live, how many alleles control blood group? Question 1. How many alleles control blood group? Let me know. How many genes control blood group? How many? I want to see the answers. I'm waiting. I want to see the answers. How many alleles control blood group? How many genes control blood group? Those are 2 questions I wanted to hear from you. How many alleles control blood group? How many genes control blood group? Let's go to the last question as I'm waiting for your answers from your side. The last question is about a frog. Is this a frog? This is not a frog. It's not a frog. This is not a frog. What is this now? Someone is going to say, this is a frog. Okay. This is a toad, It's not a frog. Yes, it's a toad. A frog in science is called buffo. Buffo. We have different species, but a rana is yes. Okay. Let's go to black leopard frog. Can be spotted. Okay, can be okay, sharp. Spotted frog, which is a runner, and then allowed to interbreed, and then they produce 150 spotted offspring, and 50, meaning that the ratio is 3 to 1. Obviously, if it's 3 to 1, remember when you're talking about this, we are talking about dominant alleles. These are dominant. and these are recessive. So it means that these ones are the one which are dominant and these ones are one which are recessive. So which genotype? They have said it. Spotted frog were allowed to interbreed and they produced 150 spotted and 50 offspring without spots, meaning that this is the one which is spotted. Yeah. So frog, yes. They're saying that which genotype is, so this is the one which is dominant. Explain why. Explain why. Explain your answer. Yes, the answer can be explained based on the ratio you obtained, that you got 3 to 1 ratio, meaning that the dominant ones are more. Remember, when you are crossing them, you have 3 options. It can either be this or it can be this, then you have that. So in most cases, these are like that. Just give me an example. Becomes 3 and then this becomes 1. So if it's numbers, they say this is 150, this is 50, and then 150 and this is 50, divide by 50, divide by 50, you get 3 to 1. That's where I got this ratio from. And then they are saying that a frog that is heterozygous for spotted black was crossed with a frog without spots. Spotted black, spotted. We said the spotted one is the dominant, crossed with the without spots. But they are saying heterozygous. Use D. Expect genotype and phenotype of F1 generation. So you see, the answer is simple, the same way we have been doing. So basically, you do P1 F1, P1 F1, you write the phenotype, you do it for me, get the phenotype from here, then write the genotype, you do it for me. Where do I get the genotype? They said spotted, they said heterozygous. It shows that spotted is, so meaning that if they are saying spotted is going to be heterozygous like that. So if this is like that, and then without spots we said is recessive, so basically is always homozygous. Then meiosis is going to occur, then split them, then you get the gametes, then fertilization. After that, then you get the offsprings here. Yes, so you're gonna do it for me. When I asked the people to tell me about, and then I also tipped them that this is not a frog, and hey, people were chasing you, you are running away from. Okay, yeah, I was just joking. This is a frog, né? A frog, and how do we differentiate between a frog and a toad? Yes, a frog is a runner, and then a toad is called a buffo. So a frog is that one which can jump. You even see it's small in size. It can jump long distance. And then a toad, just the one which hops. Toads that doesn't jump. The one you usually see is they're just toads. Ne? Yeah. And then the other question, as I'm winding up, the other question is how many genes control blood group? Is one gene. And which gene is that? Blood group. And then how many alleles? Alleles are 3. Allele for A, allele for B, and allele for I, for O. And then don't forget to write them correctly. Allele for A, allele for B, and the allele for yes. And then how many genes? Is one gene for blood group, yes. And then how many genotypes? The genotypes are 4. That is blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. And how many genotypes? These are phenotypes. And how many genotypes? Genotypes are 6. That is blood group A. Remember, blood group A can be homozygous or heterozygous. Blood group B can be homozygous or can be heterozygous. Blood group AB is codominant, blood group AB, and then blood group O, which is recessive, making them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that is it. The next class is going to be genetic engineering. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for others for our daily new videos. There are some people who want to join my private classes, as now it is open. Private classes. Please find a link in the description below. Yes, uh, join. You pick join class. Yes, so that you join the class, you ask questions anytime. We will try to answer you, but late night we might not answer you, but we will answer you immediately when it is morning. Yes, we will help you with this life science and then physical science. People were asking me about agriculture. Agriculture is also coming, and also people were asking me about uh, maths. We have not yet. We do live classes, but we have not yet started the private classes. But until the teacher say that okay, it's fine, they can create space for you. So, but the live classes are always there. Here, when I talk about the private classes, it means that maybe you are in class and then you have a challenge. We have sometimes Zoom and Microsoft classes. Sometimes we attend from our website. Yes, please don't forget to share, to like, to for others so they can also benefit. It is M.Saidi as usual. It has been a wonderful uh, uh, discussion with you. Thank you very much. See you again. God bless you.